the last one, which is for this main subjects, these main things, which is MVC, right? Model, view, and controller. I'm going to leave the last one, the best one for last, which is the model. I think is one of the best things to talk about. We're going to be dealing with models a lot when we're building applications. But anyway, I hope you're really excited because we're going to learn about views, all right? Yay! Anyway, let's go ahead and learn about views. So, where are views located? Views are located in resources. Right here in the same levels app, resources, views, and this is where our views are, right? Now, let's use this resource that we got here, this controller, post controller, to display some views. So let's go to HTTP, controllers, post controllers, click on it. And if you are using PHP Storm, you can double click on your shift key and you can search your files like this. You just type in the name of your class and you are there. Post controller, enter. It's easier like that. All right. And if you have Windows, you can go ahead and look up for the shortcut key, which I don't remember at this point. I think it's the same thing, but sometimes it doesn't work on my Windows computer. So make sure that you look for that. If not, you can set it up with PHP Storm, whatever key you want things to happen. All right. Just go to your settings or preferences and you can play around with it. All right. Anyway, so another thing that we got to do is, let's say for example we're gonna be showing something. So let me see, is that the best one? As a matter of fact, let's create a custom one. How about that? You want to do that? Let's do that. Super easy to create a custom controller method for a controller. So public, and I want to show you as much as I can on this lecture. So you're gonna see me doing things that are not uniform with other things. Just out of nowhere, I come up and I'll show you how to do something custom. All right. So function and show. You look at my convention. All right. Show. Let's just follow this. Show my view. All right. Like this. You can do that as well. You can follow this one as well. Show my view. Even though I like this one, show my view. All right, so now we're gonna be returning a view. So we're gonna use the view method for that, view function. What view are we going to return? Well, we gotta make one, right? So let's actually create a view, something that makes sense, right, guys? Contact page, all right? And then we're gonna return a contact view. That makes sense, all right? I was just making things up there. It didn't look very nice. So let's go to our resources and then views folder. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to create a PHP file. I'm going to call this contact dot blade dot php, and I'm going to show you in a minute why we're doing this, but just follow me right now and then I will explain that later. Okay, enter. All right, now this dot blaze, because we're using, and as you can see, the welcome dot blade.php here, this is the default file for our welcome page, a Laravel 5 welcome page. The reason why we're using this dot blaze because PHP uses a templating engine, a feature, a special program inside. Laravel uses that to, not PHP, Laravel uses that to do things easier with PHP. And you'll see in a minute how we can use Blade to, instead of writing, for example, PHP echo like this, echo this, all right, we can eliminate all this and do this. Put curly brackets like this and write whatever we want in there to echo. For example, a variable like this. All right, so that eliminates a lot of PHP code in our templates, in our HTML. All right. Anyway, So we got the contact page created there, and we can use this simple HTML in welcome. I'm just gonna copy this to contact and enter it there. All right. I'm gonna take all this style out of here. I don't need that. I don't have no styles now in my application in our application yet because we haven't installed Bootstrap. I'm gonna show you in a minute how to do that. But right now, I think we could put it from the internet if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. Let's see something real quick. Just use this. All right. So I'm just gonna put h1 here. Hello. Contact page actually. Contact page. There we go. So let's go to our controller right here, and we should be seeing this. Let's make sure our route is good. We don't have a route for that. So let's create a route. So we're gonna say route get with a parentheses. That's a static method. Remember, when we type in contact, I want you to go to the post controller to the method contact. All right. So that's all it's saying. So make sure you have your routes good, your method defined, all right, and of course your view in the views folder. Now this function in post controller view will look for a file named contact inside the views folder. But if you had another folder, let's say for example a folder called names, let's just say PHP file, and I say not names but pages, and I have a contact page in there, and I click enter. You can see that I just created a directory or a folder called pages, and inside there I have contact. All right, I could do that as well, but I will have to change it here. So I will have to say something like pages contact, okay, or pages.contact, just to make it easier. You can do that as well, but in this case we're using this here, and I'm going to delete this directory, and I right click and delete. All right, so now we should see something there when we type in contact. Let's go ahead and type in contact. There we go. See that? Beautiful. So now we are able to show a view using the controller, which is pretty cool. Now you're welcome to do more things if you want and play around with it. All right, on the next lecture we're going to be passing data to views. So you already know how to pass data to the returned keyword that we use, right? Pass strings with variables in there. Now do it with a view and see if you can do that. On the next lecture we will do that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Keep it up.